Hey, so the esoteric sage wisdom approach, it's kind of fun, but it's not rocket appliances, okay? It doesn't take a magician to comprehend all this. And I'm sure you already know, addiction is simply a business, right? And you're the product. So, you know the solution. It's just stop doing something and replace that activity with something else. It's that simple, right? But if it's that simple, why haven't you done it yet? Right? Why haven't I done it yet? If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you want a change, because I can't help you change unless you want to change, right? If you want to walk the walk with somebody who's in the trenches with you, right? I'm not a polished, perfect man. I don't want to be. But I am struggling, and I've made a decision to move forward, though. Right? And I believe that the opposite of addiction is not sobriety, but connection. I believe that there's a pattern of use that is harmful, and one that maybe isn't. Right? So, if you're sick of hurting yourself, hurting others, just from your own behavior, and you think that maybe, you know, being surrounded by like-minded people might help you, well, that's in part what I'm offering. So, the foundational basis of the Reconnection method is that connection with other people directly addresses addiction in the healthiest way possible. Addiction is a business, and they want us to remain addicted so that we are weak and we can be manipulated through fear campaigns, okay? And then we can continue buying their drugs. Hey, stop taking those drugs and start taking these ones, right? If you know that there's something wrong with that model and you're willing to put in the work, well, then I'm willing to work with you. I offer so many things in this method. It's an addiction recovery system that is not offered anywhere else because I've designed every piece of it from scratch. Now, I've drawn from certain, schools of thought and some expertise, but it's going to center around a total nervous system reset, a parasite cleanse, a fasting regiment. You know, we're gonna have an energy boost. We're gonna be looking at weight management is just a natural part of this as well. We're gonna actually cure addiction through accountability, authenticity, and connection and fellowship. And in this is some spiritual aspects, and I have no vested interest in keeping you sick. And if you want to walk with me, it's inevitable that you become more powerful in your own world and you begin to direct your life. Now, this is primarily for the men, but I invite women to join this conversation so they can speak to the female experience, the woman experience. Okay? I would be arrogant to say that I know exactly what that's like. I know men, and I can help lead men, and I can create strong and powerful men to show up the way that they always dreamed of for a woman. Maybe you have never had a woman in your life, or maybe you have a woman in your life and you know that you're failing to serve her as you have always dreamed, or as you need to be. Maybe you have a family, and, well, we are using addiction to escape the unfortunate realities that have become our lives. So we scroll on the phone. That's an addiction. There's gambling. There's shopping. There's porn. There's sex. There's drugs. There's alcoholism. I mean, there's so many different addictions. And again, every single one of them is a business model. And they have no interest in curing you. They don't. So what do we do then? And this isn't a call to, bash psychology and psychiatry. If that's working for you, great. Awesome. You can still use the Reconnection method in tandem with those things as well. So I'm not even, going to battle against those things, whether or not I believe in them or not, right? I am just here to help, here to augment, here to facilitate, here to supplement, here to complement certain things, okay? And like I say, I'm not a polished version of, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but I will teach you soft skills, how to read faster, how to communicate with your fellow man and woman. I'll teach you high value skills, how to sell over the phone, how to write ad copy, how to sell high ticket offers, how to close people. I've been doing that for years. So if this is something, and addiction has largely gotten in the way of that. And so I'm flipping the script. For everything that I see is just a way for me to help fund some other person's fancy life. Like, look at all these homes, right? So I don't believe in it. I don't want to be part of that. I want to create something different, create something new. And so you can join now. There's a wait list to be a member of the Reconnection method. Now, if you want to help me by being in what I'm going to call the Founders Circle, which is going to have enhanced membership, benefits, you can help me to really drive this thing. I need about 15 people to be in the first round of the 6 to 8 week course. It's going to be live sessions with me once or twice a week, a total overhaul of our mind, our body, and our spirit. And we're going to just overcome addiction together through an initial 6 to 8 week course, and then, ongoing from there, you can showcase it to others, right? And if that sounds like it's of interest to you, let me know. There's a sliding scale entry commitment. On top of that, there is also scholarships available for any reasonable reason. Okay, so I'm not trying to be a gatekeeper for healing. Let's work together in the Founders Circle. Join the wait list. We're going to change things for the better. It's like a souped-up nutritionist, personal trainer, spiritual guide, business advisor. This is for you then. But you got to want it, right? I can't do that part for you. Follow through, put in the work, how to plan, how to implement, and how to take control back from the parasites. Take care.